walk you through how to customize the Canva template. So when you're on this page, the first thing you should do is, if you don't already have a Canva account, just click on this link right here. Click here to create a free account and just set yourself up with a free Canva account. You don't need a pro account to use the template. And once that's done, click on copy the template. And that's going to open Canva. It's going to show you this screen, and you can just click on use template, and now it's going to copy it to your account. So you don't want to modify the original, so click on home and then click on the little three dots and make a copy. And I would probably just rename this one master copy or something so that you know that it's your original file. That way you always have it to go back to. If ever there's a spread you deleted and you want to get it back or anything like that, you always have it there. So this one's master copy, and then this one would be your working copy. So I'll just rename it so I know which one is which. And this is the one I want to work on, so I'm going to click on that to open it. So before you get started, it's a really good idea to gather all your images. Then go to this Uploads tab here and drag and drop them all in. And it'll just take a few minutes for them to upload and you can start working. So working with Canva is really easy. It's literally just drag and drop. So anywhere that you see this blue image with the cloud in it, that's a placeholder image. So you would just drag and drop one of your pictures in that spot instead. The template comes with 3 different cover options. So if you click here, the grid view, you can see all the pages of your whole document laid out. And here you'll see that there's 3 different cover options. So select which one you want to use and then just go ahead and delete the other ones. So I'm going to use this one. Let me just find a picture I like. So let's go with, let's try this. Okay, I like that. And then you can, anywhere where you see these kind of color blocks like this, you can just click on that element and you'll see this color here pop up, and you can change the color. So these are the document colors. These are the colors that you'll find throughout the original document. But you can also look here where it says photo color, and you can select colors from within your image, which is really going to be handy for this guide. And the last thing to do on this page is just place your logo right over my logo to copy it or to change it, or you can just hit delete and get rid of it. So if ever you do something like what I just did, delete by accident or move something by accident and you want to undo it, the undo is right here. So let's scroll down and let's delete these other 2 cover options since we don't need them. And this is your welcome page. So you ideally, I think, would want to put a picture of yourself welcoming your clients to your services. So I'm going to just look for one. There's one. And you can change the size by dragging the corners. And if you wanted your image to be wider or change the shape, you could just drag the sides. So I'm going to undo all that. And the other thing to do on this page is just here, the signature. This is my signature image file. It's a JPEG that I just threw in here. If you have one, you can just put yours on top. If you don't have a signature file like this, you can just delete this and go ahead and use text. So you would just add text like that and then write your name. Whoops. Okay, got it. And then change the size and probably choose a nicer font than that. So you would just click on the font list, and you can use any of the fonts except the ones that have this little crown. The ones that have the little crown are for pro accounts only, so you would need a paid account to do that, but it's really not necessary. I'm sure you can find a font, and if you can't find one in here, you can just make an image file that looks kind of like what I did. You can just do that in Photoshop with a font that you've got already and just upload it. So let's move on. So now you're really going to just go through and just add images and then change the colors of these little circles so that they match your image. So again, you click on one, you click on the color square here, and you can go and just pick colors directly from your image. So that's really practical. So oops, sorry about that. Okay. I'm not going to do it just to save time, but that's what you would do with this. Okay, so the contents page, I kind of debated with putting the contents page and putting page numbers in the document. Ultimately, I decided not to add page numbers because if you wanted, say we go back in the grid view, and let's say you wanted your activity ideas to be like right over here. If you wanted to just switch things around like that and move this one here, if I had page numbers, it wouldn't get updated automatically. So it would be all screwed up. So I decided not to put the page numbers, but you can easily put page numbers if you want to. What you would do is just hit text, add in your text. I would bring it down to the bottom corner or maybe even the middle if you prefer. And I like to put a little line with my page number, and I would make that maybe about a 10 and just bring it over here in the corner. And then you can just select it and click Command or Control C to copy it, and then go to the next page and Command or Control V to paste, and it's going to paste it in the exact same spot. So now all you need to do is go change your page number, and then once you're done, just revisit the contents and update the page numbers that are over here. So I'm not going to do it just because that would be long and boring for you guys to watch, but just wanted you to know how to do it. So also, if you're going to update this document every season, then you can just leave this summer 2021 here or whatever season it is. But if you think that you're not going to be updating this very often, I would just come here and delete this. You could put an element, a logo element, or your logo, or a picture here if you wanted to, or you could just leave it blank since this is a minimal design anyway. It works even blank. And of course you can also click the trash can and just delete this page altogether if you don't want to deal with page numbers. So let's move on. Go back to the uploads, and we'll just put an image in there, and you can double click on your image to place it within the image placeholder the way you want. Okay, and let's move on. And obviously you also want to make sure that you're reading and just kind of make sure that this sounds like your brand and your brand voice, and just make any changes if something's not really relevant to you or whatever. Let's change that color. Let's do that. Okay. And I'll just drag and drop. And again, you want to be changing the colors here, but I'm just going to leave it for now. Let's go find a picture to put there. Okay. So on this page, I kind of like having all images from the same session. So let's do that. Okay, and move on. So it's really just all about dragging and dropping images into the placeholders where you want them. And then obviously reading the text and just modifying anything that doesn't go with how you work or how you want your clients to prepare or dress for the session. Obviously you'd have to change all that if you wanted to. So let's find some images that could go here. That one. Let's do this one. And let's find one more. That's perfect. Okay, keep going. So furry friends. So if you like to photograph pets, then this works fine for you. If you prefer not to photograph pets, then just go ahead and delete this page. But I love photographing pets, so I added this in here. And then again, just place it in properly. So this page was meant more of as like a feature page, just to kind of show an Instagram kind of like display of images, because people are just used to that. These little circles here, you can move the whole thing, you can delete it, you can put it somewhere else, whatever you want. So I'm going to, let's just drag a bunch of images in here. Even if I've used them already, it doesn't really matter because this is just a feature page. And just remember, you can double click to change how it's framed. And just place these all in. Okay, so that'll do for now. And then, like I said, you can change these colors or you can delete this all together. Okay, so some family session activity ideas. Let's just drop some images. Okay, and again, you can change all the text, modify whatever you need. This is a full page image that goes behind the square here. So it's, if you have an image, if you don't have a good image that could work behind the square, you could take a dress or a sweater or something lacy that you own and just take a quick picture of that to put here, just to show that texture so that your clients really get the idea of what you're trying to tell them, assuming you like that kind of look, obviously. So I'm going to do that. Okay, let's just drop this image here. Okay, so I'm reusing some of the same images more than once, but I'm just trying to get this done quickly. But you could use the same images if you wanted to. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as they're not like on one page right after the other. I don't think people will really notice. So on this page, again, if you don't have enough images, you can find things to photograph that have the right textures. If you have images, you can just stick them in there, obviously, as well. Let me see what I could use. Let's try this one. Maybe that one. Some lace. Another thing that you could also do is Canva has some free images that you're able to use. So you would just click photos and then you would do a search for the kind of fabric that you're looking for. So anything that says pro and has a crown, you have to pay for, so don't choose those. But you could go for one of these free ones if it's in your right color area, which it's not really for me, so I'm not going to do that. Let's go back here. And let's put that. Let's move on. What to avoid. So hopefully clients will read this and respect what we're telling them, because as we know, the images will come up so much better if they do take our advice. So let's go to this dressing your newborn. I'm gonna go for one of these. Okay. So this sample newborn outfits page is somewhere where you could just showcase specifically newborn outfits that you like. So either newborns dress in the outfits from sessions you've already done, or if you have a client closet, you can actually take pictures of the clothes that you have for your clients and put those here. You could even rename this to client closet outfits or something similar. So I actually did take some pictures, so I'm going to use those here. And this one, so just to give an idea, really show people the textures and all that we like to see for newborns that will really add to their images. The other page that I added, and you don't need to use both of these. I don't know that I would use them both one after the other. You could if you wanted to, but this page, what I thought for this page is that you could, if you don't have newborn outfits and you don't have pictures, your clients haven't been dressing the right way, so you don't want to necessarily use your pictures to show what you want. You could go on websites of stores that you really like and download or screenshot some images of outfits. So you could see I did that here, and you could just use those to really show clients what you're looking for. So the other thing you could do when you're done uploading these Sorry, just one sec. Did I put this one? Which one's missing? I did this all out of order, so now I don't see which ones I've put or not already. Let's go back down. I think I had some more here. Here, I didn't use this one. So there. So once you've got this, your images in, you can actually go click on the square, and then you've got this little link option here. So just click the link, and you can actually enter a link directly to this product or to the store that it's from. So if you are going to link directly to the product, then it's probably a good idea to update this every couple of months, every season, because you don't want to have a dead link that goes nowhere. So just come back in and maybe change this out every quarter, every 3 months or season. So that's those pages. Let's move on to pulling it all together. And let's put, actually I like this one. And let's just reframe it. Okay, so this is your list of do's and don'ts. The only thing you would need to do on this page is if you have a Pinterest board where you've got images that you would like your clients to take a look at, you can just link that. So I would do the same thing as we did with the squares earlier. So you just click on, I would click on the outer square and go link and put the link to your Pinterest board so that they can see that. And if you don't have a Pinterest board or you don't want to do that, just go ahead and select it and delete. So this page is to put in brands that you love. So I would just put in the name of the store here. So let's say the Simple Folk is a good one. Whoops. Okay, and then just go in and put a description next to it, or you could even delete this part altogether if you wanted to. But you could put minimal children's clothes. And then do the same as we did before. Just select this part, or you could select the whole thing and go get the link for the Simple Folk store or whichever other store you're referring people to. Then move on. Let's do another feature image here. Okay, and after your session, just fix that. Okay. So let's find some more images. So I might have used some of these before. You gotta, I guess, kind of pay attention to what you've used or not. I'm not really paying very good attention right now. But you can always go back after and check it. And if you used an image twice, just go remove it or change it out if you care. Let's do that. Okay, print your images. This is a good place to put an image of a print product that you offer. Let's get here, this one. Okay, and then again here I would use this space for print product images if you offer prints. Oh, there was another outfit here. So unfortunately in Canva you can't really organize your images, which is too bad. It would be nice if it told you like you've used this one already, or if you could, you know, organize them in some way, but you can't. So you've got to just kind of scroll up and down till you find the one you're looking for. So here we've got the cheat sheet that your clients can download, and we're at the last page. So just update this and your email address, your website, all of that, so that they can easily contact you, and you're done. So just click on the grid view so that you can see if you've gotten everything. Oh, the other thing that I did forget to mention is actually here on the after your session page, just make sure you change the text, because the text here is not pre-written for you. This is the only page that's not pre-written because we all do things differently. I give a digital gallery, some people do IPS, some people upsell, some people don't. So this can really be very different for everyone. So I didn't want to put that in here, but just make sure that when you do this, that you tell your clients exactly what to expect, make sure that they know what's going to happen, how long they have to download their images, how long their gallery will be open, when they need to schedule the IPS. All of that information should go here just to make sure that they really know exactly what's going to happen. So let's go back to the grid view. All right, so that looks really good. So I would probably now go back and just check the images, maybe upload a few extra images so that I'm not reusing the same ones over and over. And the last thing I would do is come here to the download button, and I would switch this to PDF and hit download. And then once I have that PDF, I upload it to my website, and then I send clients the link to my website instead of sending them a bulky PDF, because with all these images, it could be pretty big. You could use a software online, or if you have a Adobe, I can't think of what it's called right now, the PDF viewer, then you can make your PDF smaller if you wanted to email it directly, or just do what I do and put it on your website and send the link. Or you could even use, I guess, a Dropbox or something like that to send the link. So that's it, you're done. Your whole template is finished. I hope you found this pretty easy. If you have any questions about it, feel free to email me. Thank you.